So for the renewable energy and for the energy part of the project in general, I'm going to be comparing China and Indonesia for the first part. Um, but China says that in 2030, their CO2 emissions are going to peak, and that means after 2030, it would all start going down after that. And in Indonesia, they say that they're going to cut emissions by 29% by 2030. So China is trying to do a lot more than Indonesia, but Indonesia emits less than China does already. In 2014, China was the number one investor for renewable energy, um, investing $83.3 billion. So, good on them. Um, Indonesia is restoring its ecosystem and the forests that they've cut down. 12.7 million hectares for social forestry and ecosystem restoration by 2019. So this year is what they plan to do. I haven't seen if they have done it yet, but they still have the entire year to do that. But yeah, so two countries they're doing their, and I don't know if it's their best that they could do, but they are doing something to combat climate change. Um, Now I know Iceland is completely doing its part. All of its CO2 emissions, what they're trying to do is change the CO2 gas into rock. And we watched a video at the geothermal plant that we went to about that. And it was definitely interesting because if we can, do that successfully and often, then every country around the world should start doing it because that just completely gets rid of CO2 emissions. The way that they get their energy is through solar panels, wind farms, and geothermal energy. It's mostly geothermal energy, though. And all the geothermal energy is made by pumps and generators for the groundwater. And all the groundwater that is used is shot back into the ground. So all the water is renewed and is reused. So none of it's wasted. For the final part of this section, all I feel like I can do at the moment is turn off, lights. I ride a bike when I need to go to work or something like that. And, turning off the faucet if you're not using it. But yeah, I try my best for what I can do now. But yeah, I feel personally that Iceland is doing a fantastic job cutting down on their emissions because they barely have any. All that they do have is from the vehicles, and it's not terrible. So, yeah, that's the video.